99X in the Morning X. It's Barnes and Leslie. Hey, Fram, I've been getting a lot of questions about some of the characters that have been missing on our show.
You mean 99X?
No, well, in general, yes, and Morning X specific, because we've only been back, 6 months?
About 6 months. So it's almost like a where are they now? Is that what you mean?
Kind of a where are they now? I mean, when this thing launched, remember, we weren't even under contract until, March 1st?
Yeah, it was like, who's out there?
Ish.
Hello,
March,
hello.
May, June,
Bueller,
July.
yeah.
Yeah, not that long.
It was, exactly.
So we have feverishly tried to find a few of the players. We found Jimmy, you know that, but he likes selling houses. Sadly, Bertha passed away.
I know. Our oldest Morning X listener.
She really is now. She'd be 113, I believe. I think she passed away 10 or 11 years ago. And then one we were trying to find, Red the Cabbie.
No one's been able to find him.
Because he's no longer living.
You didn't tell me that.
I just found out. Steve had told me that he had called in to the station to say, welcome to Steve. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. And so I tried to find him, and I found an obit that he had passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. And by the way, that was a good impression of Steve.
Oh, yeah, okay. And I asked Queen, because Queen knew. Of course, Queen's back on Thursdays.
Queen was the one we found.
So Queen said that it had something to do with violence. And I don't want to start saying what Queen said because I don't know if it's exactly true, but I couldn't believe it, that there was some domestic violence allegedly involved, which is very sad to me. I don't know how old Red the Cabbie was, but I didn't think he was that old.
I didn't think he was that old. We didn't really know a lot about his personal life, but rest in peace.
Yeah, Jimmy kind of kept him in secret. I always wonder what they had, because, Red went to all those threesome conventions and stuff. So maybe I don't
Jimmy
know.
knows more than we do anyway.
I think Jimmy knows more. Anyway, but then there's also some people who are no longer with us from the staff. Of course, Sean Demery, rest in peace, sadly passed a few years ago.
We dedicated the station to him, honestly.
The studio, yeah, absolutely. The Sean Demery studio. There was a guy named Surf who was killed in an accident, I believe, probably 20 years ago.
I knew something had happened to him. Really nice guy, too.
I believe a traffic accident, if I remember correctly. Then there's Jill. I've not seen Jill. Have no idea where Jill is.
I know. I miss Jill.
Planet Jill, one of the originals. Oh, wait, there she is. Oh, hey.
What?
Oh, what? What? I was just walking down the hallway here, and what?
How did you get in?
The door was wide open. I just walked right in.
Jill Mellinson, everybody. Planet Jill.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Jill.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you guys?
We're
Man, it's good to hear your voice.
Oh, thanks.
Takes me right back to 1992.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, you were one of the originals. I remember meeting you so early on.
Yeah, Leslie, she discovered me, as she's wont to do. She discovers us
No, listen.
weirdos. Yeah.
I just remember you being so into music, and I was like, okay, you have to be part of this, this team.
Where did you find Jill?
Jill, did you send me a tape? Or how did
I had worked at Album 88, right, at Georgia State.
That's right.
And I was working at Polygram. And our promo guy, Steve, I can't remember his last name, he had mentioned that 99X was looking for some DJs because you guys had just flipped. And he was like, yeah, you should send him a tape. So I put together a tape, and he took it in. He brought it to you so I could, not be in the stack with everybody else, right? And and he handed it to you. Next thing I know, you were giving me a call, and you had me come in and make a tape, and there I was. It was
That
great.
was amazing. And listen, I loved Album 88, and I just knew that you were all into the music.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah.
And so how did you know, or how did you find out that the station was coming back? Because you had been a part of it for years beyond when we were all gone, right? You were on the ship that was going down.
Yeah, we were there till they basically stopped having DJs, till they stopped scheduling me. That's how I found out that I was done. They just stopped putting me on the schedule.
All fairness, management and things like that kind of ruined it. So they kind of ruined your ride.
It was very anticlimactic, for sure.
the last year was not a happy place. I didn't have a happy ending, but we're going to forget all that.
Yeah, it's happy now.
Those days, and it is weird how you can flush those bad years because the station tried to revive a few times and it was just poorly done. It wasn't done the right way.
Right. And I always had positive memories at the station. Like, I didn't even think about the end times, right? I was just always thinking about all the great times that we had and all the fun things we did.
And you, by the way, look exactly the same. I mean,
thank you very much.
You look and
Time
sound
stood still.
exactly the same. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Jill, formerly Planet Jill.
Yeah.
Can we ask what you're doing? Because I know you are teaching. You've done a lot of things. What are you doing now?
Well, pretty much everything. I'm still teaching. I've gone back to teaching. I'm at a private school now, teaching middle school, and I walk dogs, and I do traffic reporting sometimes on some radio stations, and just whatever anybody will pay me to do, basically.
A hustler.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you think about maybe coming back and doing the night show?
Coming back.
Would you what about if we reignite Planet Jill? Because we're talking about how the originals are back and everyone on the station is original and you're original, so it kind of makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense. I'm going to have to seriously consider. No, of course I will.
Would you?
Of course I will.
Well, I didn't know because you teach. And
I
so
know.
your day...
And it's funny because the kids, they have no concept of radio, right? Like, if I were to tell them, hey, I'm going to be on the radio, they'd be like,
They'll
what's
be like,
that?
what?
Yeah.
What?
They're not going to have
Hello?
any
But
idea.
how old are they?
This is like 13-year-olds, like very young. So,
You're going to be famous.
We'll see if they care. But
Do you have a bunch of Beavis and Buttheads in there?
for sure. They're 13-year-old boys. Come on, of course.
I was thinking, Jill, because you're teaching 13-year-olds. This is perfect for you to come back to 99X because, Will Pendarvis is in the house. He needs a teacher.
And he is a 13-year-old boy. Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we kind of all are at heart. But
It's true.
See, we have a crying room now. But Will's always in it, as we've heard. We have no budget.
Sounds great.
We have hardly any giveaways. The pink morning egg shirts, we bought those.
Okay.
You have to pay for your snacks.
Yeah, you got to pay. Seriously, you have to pay for your snacks, and there's a camera. We've already had a problem. Will was, allegedly borrowing snacks. Let's see. We have a phantom staff. Like, you can walk through the building at times, and there's no one there.
That's kind of how we started,
it really
which is perfect. Like, nobody pays attention to us, which is perfect. We're kind of like on an island,
right?
Which is perfect. So, if you come back, the circle will be complete.
Most importantly, we have no ratings either. So we welcome you back. Maybe you can fix that.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
It's almost like when you have the meetings at work and there's a table, picture it like that. So when you do a show, you're really talking to 3 or 4 people.
Right.
And that way you can keep it personal.
I like it. I'm in.
Seriously,
And
you'll do
Totally.
This is really exciting if you're saying yes.
Oh, why? How could I say no?
I can't wait.
I love it. I love it.
It was all in the plan, and you were probably wondering why we hadn't reached out yet, but we were putting it together, and for all the reasons you just heard, we have no support staff, we have no nothing. So it has always been on the roadmap, and I'm glad it's finally here. And I'm glad you can do it.
I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I couldn't be more happy. So thank you for
And
having
hearing
me.
Jill back, like a familiar voice, because we said, Jill, in the very beginning, we're not doing this unless it's the OG staff.
Yeah.
OG, and you're in a lot of the Best of the Morning X bits that run in the morning when you're filling in
scary.
for Fram, who had 700 vacation days a year. So you're almost in it more than Leslie. So you'll do, I hope, Planet Jill with new music, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Do you remember how to push all the buttons?
What are buttons?
See? Exactly. We'll do it. We'll have Steve train you. I've only been deputized to offer. It's almost like when you get that diploma from a college that you really didn't go to. Right. So this isn't the real job offer. That has to come from Steve, the president of 99X.
She's the boss
I'll
now.
sit by the phone and wait.
Well, Jill, it's great to see you. We're excited that you're going to come back. Jill's back, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Planet Jill. Yay!
I wonder what time that'll be. I guess she'll be 7 to something.
7 to midnight, I think.
7 to mid. Ooh, the lady of the dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the best shift, honestly, because you could get away with a lot.
Jill is back. This is the original 99X. We'll see you soon.